Hi everyone, welcome back. It is time for episode 16. Please, let's have the culmination of this level, this story, this door. And I guess we're going to find everything we need to find out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, if you want to watch this in its full, then you can head on over to Patreon. Little girl, just leave him alone.
你能听得到吗？
No.
你让我听到什么呀？歌声吗？
哭声。
Crying?
为什么没有人能听到呢？
谁在哭啊？是你吗？
So did he hit her with the car?
是把这两个人带过来见你吗？把他们交给你。
The smile.
所以你昨晚一夜没睡？
I actually didn't last night.
他来干什么呀？
给我送这个。
Who's in the photo that's not in this one?
新的有陆佐子，旧的没有。
Right.
而且人数也不对。当班级里每死一个人，照片上就会多一个人。
Oh, one more person after someone dies.
对了，玲玲，那个万花筒是陆佐子送给你的。
No. Because we're friends.
每扇门的女门神都对你有好感。
He's so jealous.
可以。
Ooh, look at you, attitude.
好，我知道了。某凯的家里人说
Why is your nose bleeding?
是谁让他来的？
他家里人说不知道。
Oh, he punched him? Mm-hmm. She wants you.
不是我，真的不是我，是江庆红。
陆佐子从小就叫自己佐子，好寂寞，佐子。
Mm-mm. It's who was abandoned in the middle of the road, the song.
我真不知道，我不知道，我真的不知道，别说了，陆总子，别说了，我不知道。
It's creepy, really creepy.
别说了，
Oh, all the...
我的腿没有了，你能给我好吗？
Okay, so she drives you insane till you say it. What was she trying to run away with?
某凯已经死了，下一个就是我。我什么时候欺负过他？我没欺负过他，我从来没欺负过他。
It seems like both of you did. Are we gonna get another flashback?
我和陆佐子
We're dating?
其实很小的时候就认识了，
So that he...
每隔几天，他将会往我家送一些新鲜的鱼。
So that's where she got the kaleidoscope from.
再往后，有一天，陆佐子的父母给客人送鱼的时候发生了意外。
Yeah, we literally...
撞死陆佐子父母的
What? So they died when she was older?
我当然很高兴了，但是某凯他不高兴，他怕陆佐子报复他。
So you just bullied her? The whole bullying thing.
那你敢不敢跟我们一块玩个游戏啊？
什么游戏啊？
我这有封信。
The twists and turns in these stories. There's so much going on.
我真的怕得罪他，我就只能按照他说的做。其实好多次，我都特别想把真相告诉陆佐子。
So, you killed her parents, and then you're upset because she's going to tell your story, so you bullied her?
你要是敢把咱们的计划告诉他，我让你好看。
What is your anorexic little self gonna fucking do?
我们玩个游戏好不好？一个臭卖鱼的，你跟我装什么高冷啊？
That's not what aloof means.
信红娟，你还给我！见字如面，你还给我！在学校的这段时间，与你在文学上的交流。
Okay, where's the water? So now it's a letter being thrown on her. Okay, here we go. This is where she must be hit by a car.
你说话，为什么？
Because he doesn't want to be ostracized and bullied.
你说坏是不是他逼你这么做的？
你倒是告诉他呀，到底是我逼你的。
No, you forced him, but he also went with it willingly. So it's both. They're both true.
我不信。
你有完没完啊？你有完没完啊？
Oh! So that's how it happened. Who was in the car? Who's that?
别走！
我写那首歌本来不是想讽刺他的，我是想怀念他。
But they twisted it and turned it into a mockery. Oh, do you have the original? Maybe you need to read out the original.
我跟你们去。
Ah, there's the smile. See, it looks like she actually wants to see him. Maybe she's supposed to forgive him. This must have been so uncomfortable to do the whole hopping thing all the time. Maybe he needs to read out his poem.
真好听。
本来不是这样的。
我不信你。
Read it out to her.
他很喜欢小王角，总会留下半根给他的福。
Ah.
有一天佐子会去到远方，那时他会不会把我遗忘？
Well, clearly not, because she was in love with you. I know, it's a sad moment. It's a really good scene. Cool, so where's the key? Oh, of course, it would change it to a picture of those two as kids. Where's everyone else? Because there were still other people in the game.
我会带着佐子的思念。
The truth will always come out.
看来真的不要在感情上随便开玩笑。
Yeah, this is where it stops being a joke and everyone's taking it seriously. Okay.
那其他过门人怎么办？我们要告诉他们门的位置吗？
放心吧，他们肯定会发现出去的门的。
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So they can just find it.
对了，
Here we go.
王宇，有件事情我想告诉你。
I am your Thor.
其实白洁
Is me.
就是我。
Yeah. Sorry, boss.
哎，
你们回来啦！
回来啦！我做了宵夜，快趁热来吃吧。
来了。
I wonder how long they were gone this time, because time moves differently.
你小时候的好朋友长什么样？
我忘记了。
怎么会有人连小时候的事都忘了？
可能是太幸福了，所以忘记了。
Right.
等以后找到他，我帮你报以前的仇。
算了，都过去了。
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. Interesting way to end it, because that felt like the ending of an episode, and now they're doing these last few minutes.
收拾一下，跟我去见个人。
这么早
？That's how I feel when I have to get up at 5-6 o'clock to help people. Yeah.
张导，这位是阮兰竹09池，我之前跟你说过的，我之前的门就是他们带着过的。
我的长得不错，想要拍戏的话，可以联系我。
I mean, they're already actors.
昨晚黎东元给我回了个电话，我就告诉他，当做是对他的一个补偿。
Okay.
哎，你说的有理，但为什么我那么大早过来，觉也没睡好，路程又远，还费油费？
A lot of petrol.
油费，我有钱。
Of course you do. You're rich.
白鹿怎么打动张一清的？
你想想黎东元那死缠烂打的功夫。
I was gonna say he's very persuasive. I will say the last scene was fun to watch, especially obviously them figuring out what was going on. Wasn't really needed, but I still enjoyed that last little bit. I preferred this episode a lot more than the previous one. I felt this one really pulled at the heartstrings, and you had multiple stories going on, and who did this and who did that, and who was the main instigator, who was the main bully. And I still find it interesting that when Ling Ling had that vision that the guy at the end was laughing at her, and it felt like he was bullying her. That's why, in my head, I wasn't shocked when we said he was a bully, but then it turns out he actually wasn't, but he still went along with it. Seiko wanted him to tell the truth so that she could rest in peace and hear the song that he really sung for her, and so the class could rest. Genuinely, I really liked that. The bullying, again, is really hard to watch, and especially because it felt like multiple people would put the blame as the main perpetrator of bullying her, but it always came down to still reading out something that she didn't want someone to hear and pouring water on her. And now we know how she got hit. It was some random person who hit her and ran over her leg, and then they left her to die. Now, I'm surprised, because of where she died, I was surprised that they weren't allowed to venture off into that area as well. Instead, it was just the school. I know it was somewhere else, but I felt like it could have worked if they ventured with the school and to this area place where they could have had more clues. Didn't feel bad for anyone who died, like I said. I'm glad they mentioned about the other shepherds and the other people in the game who will find the door. I appreciate that because they weren't in the last two episodes. And they actually tied it into the show. That was good on them. They remembered that they hadn't been seen. Let's remind everyone that they were in the show. Revealing Hanchu, revealing who he was, or he's a photo auto ego. Yeah. That was fun. And then obviously Hongyu, his reaction to it, the setup. I'm really starting to like his character. Actually, I'm enjoying most of these characters because we get to see them more and more, so it's a lot of fun. We're seeing recurring people in the show. That's fun. I think the story at the end where Seigu and the guy, he was singing to her, that scene was really well done. Really well acted, well done. They gave us the whole thing about how it truly transpired, about how she died and the bullying and what went on, and how he felt about it, and how he knew her when they were kids, which does make sense, because why was he such a focal point in the show? That he had to be a main reason, but now we know why. And when she came to Ling Ling and you could still hear the two survivors of the class talking about let her go, now we know why. I just found it weird that the guy that really was the main bully seemed so sad. He's like, I didn't do it, I didn't know. And he looked sad when he disappeared, but yet he was a main bully. So it felt like in the flashbacks they were a bit more vicious than what we were actually being presented by. We understand now why he killed her parents. He hit her parents, and so he got her bullied. But it was the way it was done. It's like he was really mean and vicious and nasty, and then we would see moments where it felt as if they should have kept a certain look on his face so that as an audience we don't feel bad for him, and we see that it was more to do with his own need to survive, his own selfish nature. But these are very minute things, like because I'm enjoying it so much, I'm just looking at other things. I'm looking forward to the next story, whatever that's going to be. I'm glad we're out of this one now, just because it felt a little bit too long. But again, this last episode really made up for the one before. Like, it was just so well done. The characters are very well developed. It leaves you wanting to know what's going to happen, and the two main leads, like, there are certain things said and done when they're talking to each other, the care. Plus, is he the one who stood up for Ling Ling when they were kids? Because he said he has a bad memory, but was he the one who was always been protecting him and looking out for him? And it does feel like there are certain things that they say and do that are a slip or a manipulation of certain things that they can get out so the audience can understand it and you can watch it. There's definitely a closeness between the two main leads that they're trying to do. I would love a random hand touching hand or on the shoulder, just, for us, but, just to get around the censorship, because, it's just a hand on the shoulder. But the stories are really interesting. And I forget the NPCs are just characters in the game. Like, I want to have a reaction, which is really good. You get really into the game. I just think they sometimes have characters that are not needed and they're not utilized. So it takes away from elements of the show. Like, you could have just killed everyone else and kept these four, because they were only in the last two episodes. So it's things like that. Like again, very minute things. I really did enjoy this episode. Thank you for watching.